All right, here we go. Week 5, episode 5. Oh, here we go. How about you drink like vodka, like straight vodka?
That's
That'll
how I
make
get
it
through
better.
this podcast. I just drink straight vodka.
Like weird glasses, like old man glasses.
Very nice. How much?
All right, week 5 of All right, here we go. It is, you start doing a date on this. Monday, June 17th,
Yep.
2019. Um, Happy Father's Day to all the young fathers out there. There's probably a lot of young fathers listening to this, not any old fathers.
A
But
belated Happy Father's Day.
you're belated. Yeah.
Yeah.
um, so we're talking about how before this started about Father's Day and how everything is just like we're so fucking old with everything our perspective now,
hmm
and a Father's Day post can't just on in Facebook or Instagram whatever can't just be like, hey, happy Father's Day to my father, or happy Father's Day to my grandfather, father-in-law, whatever. Like you can't just say that anymore. You
Right.
gotta you gotta include
Your
all the
mom,
your mom, your
grandmother, your
grandma,
entire
your
family.
uncle, your cousins,
Yeah.
because everyone raises a family.
Or
Although this is kind of hard argument, but I read that people were against Father's Day because fathers back in like the '60s, I think it came in, were like, yeah, that's for pussies. Like no one needs Father's Day. And people were really against it because Mother's Day came out in like the 19 like the teens, 1900s.
what is this, a history lesson here? We're getting
Oh, I'm
like
serious. But anyways, yeah. So Father's Day has always been for pussies. So if you wish your father happy Father's Day, you're a pussy.
yeah, we don't we,
Um,
we don't need our own holiday. Uh,
anyways, yeah, it was just ridiculous. I mean, you can't just have like a happy Father's Day and like a picture. I mean, it's kind of cheesy. Everyone's on social media though, so whatever. But it's got to be it's like ridiculous. Our toxic masculinity, Father's Day is pushing the wrong things. I don't know. It was just ridiculous. That's how I felt about it. How did you feel about what you saw?
I saw so many posts that were like, Happy Father's Day, and it was like a very nice post to their father. But then it was like, and to my mother Layla, who it's like, oh God, and to my grandfather, and to my sister Nancy, and it's like, oh God, like of course they raise you, and of course
Can't
they
we
were
just have
born.
one day?
It's just a
Jesus.
fucking Father's Day.
Yeah,
Just like you
yeah.
don't need this whole post. There's so many of those. It's like, okay, you don't need to like. We get it. I'm sure your mother raised you very well and just as well as your father. But you can take one day and just. It's not like your mom's gonna be so offended and disown you, or your sister's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you said Happy Father's Day to Dad, but not to me." It's like, come on, like we don't need like these 3 paragraph posts on Father's Day. Just be like, Happy Father's Day. Post a couple pictures of your dad. You can write a little bit to drag like the mom into it, the grandmother, the grandfather. Grandfather I can kind of see. Just so ridiculous. Who has
It's
time for that?
ridiculous at this point.
Who wakes up on Father's Day and is like, all right, I got to write 3 paragraphs on Instagram about all the people who make an impact in my life, not just the fathers. And it's like, what are you doing? Who has that time? Just like
But
go.
not even that. I mean, well, not that. In addition to that, I should say, there's the posts of people like out there that are like, to all the kids that didn't have parents, or to all the single moms and single dads. It's like, okay, first of all, you're like super privileged. You had like both parents. You're like normal. Like, who are you to comment to be like,
And
thank you to
and
all these people out there? Like, fuck, where does that
and
come from?
this may be 90% of the people they're posting that to are
Yeah,
privileged. It's not like they're like posting to like some like I don't know
like
what.
the homeless shelter. Let's go down to the
Yeah,
homeless shelter and be like, hey, I'm sorry your parents like ditched you.
yeah. They're not going into like the Harlem Soup Kitchen Facebook page and being like, it's all. It's like, okay, we get it, but like, it's just become such an event now.
Oh, why'd you bring up the Harlem Soup Kitchen?
Hey, respect
Why
to the
can't it
Harlem
be
Soup
the
Kitchen.
Lower East Side Soup Kitchen or the fucking what's it called? The fucking meatpacking soup kitchen.
Oh God, it's just like it's always something. It's like we can't
Like who's
just.
on Twitter? Who's on Twitter being like, oh, thank God, this random person from like Dixon, like Michigan said thanks to because I'm a single dad. Like, thank you to that person. I really feel better now.
And you're just doing that. Most of the people are doing that to look good. Because, like I said, the people who are reading your posts, the majority of them had no issues in their child. They were raised with, like, maybe their parents were divorced, but, like,
Yeah.
that
No,
post is
we've been
not.
lucky. Yeah, we've been lucky.
the post is not. It's just not being read by relevant people. You know, it's being read by your friends and family. It's just ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
so silly. It's not being read by like people who had this like abusive childhood, and maybe some people in your Facebook friend group did have a bad, but like you're not doing that for them. You're doing that so people are like, oh my god, look at Merck's post. It's amazing. He's thinking about others today. You're just doing it for yourself. It's like
And then
ridiculous.
you say all those ridiculous things, and then you tag you hashtag your like kid's name, and like you hashtag your like wife or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. I
it's
always
like
wonder that too. When people
you
put these
use your
big posts
kid.
up,
And
and they're like,
I'm not gonna like shit on it completely because it was done for me. You know, I'm a father. I didn't. Well, actually, I didn't do Father's Day posts because none of my fathers are on Instagram. My father-in-law and my father are on online. So,
you didn't do it
which
to
probably most like old
impress all your
dads.
friends. Like I would have
Yeah.
been so impressed if I was like, oh wow, Merck said Happy Father's Day to his dad.
And I
I filled
actually
out my day now.
actually probably got up and you looked at it and you were like, "Shit, Mark didn't post."
Yeah, yeah, I was so pissed off. I was like, oh my god, his dad's gonna be so mad. He didn't post. You know, he probably called his dad and said Happy Father's Day, Dad, but he didn't post on social media, so it's just not real. It's like if a
I
tree falls
saw
in the
that.
forest, is it
You know, I saw that actually. I saw Sony Michel, the running back for the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
You know, of course, now everyone takes Instagram pictures, but it's of someone taking a picture of them. Like your Instagram, it's mostly like pictures of things, or like it's someone taking a picture of you in a group. But it's a
Mhm.
picture of him like sitting on his phone. You know, like someone took a picture of him doing that, and he was like, "I'm just trying to text my dad Happy Father's Day." Everyone was like, "Oh fuck! Like you should call him. Like texting is super disrespectful. Like he'd appreciate a phone call." And it's like, okay, like who goes on there and you're like flipping through Instagram and you're like, okay, I'm gonna comment on this post.
Yeah, like it's freaking ridiculous. Social media is great, but it's also awful. It's like
Yeah.
it's there was a post a couple like maybe it was a couple years ago now where this couple this is I don't know if the video went viral. I guess it did because I saw it. I didn't know who they were. They are on the altar getting married, and they make their relationship status on Facebook married on the altar. It's like, what the fuck are you doing with your
What
life?
the fuck?
Just like, who gives a shit? Like, anybody who cares about you is literally sitting in the audience. So you're just
Yeah.
doing that for people who don't. It's like I'll go on there like, oh, Michelle got married, cool. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you're doing that for nobody. It's like not to go off on like a tangent. It's like people who. So for instance, I was at the Belmont when that horse was going for the Triple
All
Crown,
right, here we go.
and everybody's filming it on their fucking camera. It's like when you're at any sporting event or any concert, and people put like 300 posts for the concert. It's like showing the entire concert. It's like you're never gonna watch that
Yeah.
video. Nobody who is following you is gonna watch like 20 posts is watching a live concert. It's like
True.
it's happening right in front of you. Just enjoy it. Like I don't
It's
get this like need to film
it's
everything.
funny you say that because I was literally just going to say that because watching the Open or the U.S. Open, I mean,
Yes.
everyone, you know, they're at the
Yeah, I was
golf
gonna say
like
that. Yeah.
this, ready to take
Hmm.
a picture of them, and I get it. Like I've been to events and like take a couple pictures of like you see like Tiger. I went to Farmers like a few years ago and Tiger was there. I took a picture of him on the tee.
Hmm.
So like, I'm not saying that like I'm not being a hypocrite, but it's like okay, you do a couple and then you're done, and then you enjoy what you're watching. It's
Right.
like a concert. Like I've done that before too. You take a video and then I'll look back at it the next day and be like, oh, that was cool, and I'll never watch it again.
Right.
So it's like you got to enjoy the time there.
We all do it, but it's like take some time to just enjoy what's happening. Like you'll be like,
People
oh,
do it a
look.
lot. Like you can tell if someone
God,
has, like
yeah,
you said, like 15 posts of a concert. You're like, okay, were you actually watching the show, or are you
yeah.
recording from like the nosebleeds? Like, oh yeah, great video. You're like, oh, awesome.
Well, when
Like I'm like,
uh,
thank God, like Phil posted, thank God, like Jeannie posted, you know, an hour of Dave Matthews. Now I feel like I didn't have to be there.
right, it's like it's interesting after for like a couple posts, but then you're like, oh my God, they put the whole fucking concert on here.
Especially
Like,
like if you have good seats. If you're like up in like
yeah.
nowhere, the camera's so wide, it looks like you might as well be like a mile away.
I was watching when Woodland made that putt to win on 18 yesterday, and they had a shot from the stands. Everybody has their phone out. They're all like waiting to record it just in case he makes that putt, which he did. And then everyone like stands up and cheers, but they're all like watching it through their phone. It's
Yeah.
like it's cool. Like if you were there and you posted, I'd be like, that's pretty cool that he saw this and he put it on social media. But it totally ruins the experience for the person filming it because you spent so much time recording.
Well, I try to do like the phone with like the head to the side, so you like watching it with your own eyes and just have the recording going. Well, and that was Old Man Yells at Cloud segment.
Old Man Yelling at Cloud. We inadvertently fell into that category.
We didn't introduce that, but that's Old Man Yells at Cloud.
Yeah.
And I think we've been talking about trying to get some sponsors going on here. We're going to start advertising this podcast, trying to get a little serious. Not that we haven't been serious, but start to just put it out there a little bit more, broaden the audience. So if you might see some sponsorships or some ads coming up, we'll let you know. Well, we'll try to make it not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be obnoxious with it, but we are trying to grow it, and we do have a kind of an interesting sponsorship opportunity that I think we'll share coming up. But I think it'd be pretty funny. We're still trying to figure that out, but hopefully by the next episode, we'll be able to get into more detail about that.
Just an FYI.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh yeah, and then that kind of led into your when you were actually meatpacking. That's why I brought up meatpacking because you were in meatpacking the other night, right?
I was.
You're like chopping some
How would you follow me? You know, like where I am at all times.
Chopping some like brisket or something like that, like getting some ribs ready.
Yeah,
so ridiculous. New York's retarded. Like, what the fuck is that about? Meatpacking district. Like, okay, relax.
It was like one of the worst areas in New York City back in the day. That was like literally like where they would like process the meat and like load it onto trucks and ship it out. Like nobody went to the meat packing.
Okay, how about this?
Now it's the most trendy area in the city. One of them.
It's gonna be guaranteed they change that because meat is not good for the environment. Like cows farting and like slaughtering animals is bad. Like meat packing, it's totally gonna be changed, right?
Yeah, they're gonna call it a plant-based district,
or just call it like grassy corner. I'm gonna go to the grassy knoll.
Oh yeah, but you like be involved in the JFK shooting. You're like the babushka lady with the umbrella, like hanging out.
Babushka, what the fuck? Who's the babushka lady?
She was this lady. Oh, look it up. I'm not.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna explain this one, but we're not gonna go off into this. But if you don't know it, look it up. JFK conspiracies, not on this podcast. Not today.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do this.
Oh, we are looking this up?
Stand by. No, hold on. Stand by. All right, sharing. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we are getting into it. Yeah, it was this woman who had like Oh,
fuck! Babushka!
Yeah, they thought that she was like the one who shot JFK or she was involved. She's in like all these photos. What is that photo on the bottom right? What is that?
It's hint to be what? Okay, all right. Enough of this. We're not going to go.
Right. Yeah, we're not getting into JFK conspiracy on this podcast.
All right. So yeah, meatpacking. You're getting some ribs. You're getting some gabagool.
Gabagool.
Yeah.
No, it's just funny. Like I was talking to you about this offline today. It's just funny being down there and you see these like massive lines for clubs. You're just like, fuck that shit. I can't even imagine standing in like a line for like 2 hours to go to this like crowded ass club where I can get it if it's like an event, if it's somebody's like birthday, or if it's like a bachelorette party. I don't know why I'm at bachelorette parties, but just like on a random Saturday,
all genders welcome. All right, here we go. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, hashtag he too. I just don't get the appeal. I think I got the appeal like 10 years ago, but now I'm like, fuck that. On like a random Saturday to be like, let's go stand in line, starting at like 11 o'clock at night, wait in line for like an hour, go into this club, packed shoulder to shoulder, you have to fight your way to the bar. Fuck that. I feel
like it's a new experience when you're younger. You're like, okay, this is going to be fucking awesome. Like I just see cool pictures online and it's going to be great. And then it actually happens and you're like, okay, I'm not rich. And, I don't have like this great entourage to like get in there with or like a promoter. I'm not a chick, so I'm not going to get in for free or easily.
Right. Some random Jewish dude. Like, oh, can I get in, sir? Like, no, fuck off. Like, go to the back of the line. Like, I'm definitely not getting in. Like, please, sir, can I get into your club detox? Like, no, fuck off. Like, You're not getting into this.
Yeah,
This is ridiculous. For the Eagles playoff game,
would you go to a club to watch like a Super Bowl? What the fuck?
No.
Who does that? Who the fuck does that?
For the Eagles playoff game, I remember I went to this Philly bar in New York City. It was absurdly crowded. It was so crowded. The people I was with.
Oh yeah, bars. I don't
were
know.
just going across the street and like watching it. Like no, it was so crowded, dude. Like fuck that. You couldn't. You were like standing like shoulder to shoulder.
Oh yeah, I do remember you telling me that.
It was so bad.
It's like fat lady like leaning on you. Some fat girl kept leaning on you.
I don't know if she was fat, but like some girl kept like leaning on me, and she got upset because I was like, I can't move. Like I think I said something to her, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Like so upset. It was terrible, and we were like, "Fuck this! We're going across the street. We're going to some empty bar. How about I like be like?"
That's yeah. That's kind of like the story of your bathroom story for the week. I don't know if you want to get into that. Your bathroom story.
It's a bathroom story.
Where you were asking if you could use the restroom or someone needed to use the restroom.
Oh yeah. I'll get into this. So, how would you like suck water like a fucking like it's like you're breastfeeding? Like you just drink out of a glass. Drink out of some like absurd water bottle like you're in the wilderness. All right. I was at this barbecue place.
I had water in my mouth the whole time. I couldn't swallow it because I was fucking laughing so hard.
She said.
What if it's he? All right, here we go.
Hey, this
getting controversial. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'm at this. It's like a barbecue place, bar, backdoor patio, and everyone's hanging out. And then my friend goes to use the bathroom, and of course the women's line is so long. And the men's line, like the guys are literally cutting through the women's line just to get to the men's room. There's no line for the men's room. There's probably 20 people waiting for the women's bathroom, and there's literally not a single person waiting for the men's. So my friend comes back from the men's room and is like, yeah, some of the women are going into the men's room, and they're using the stall because there's no line. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't give a shit. They're using the stall. Like, it's not like who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. So I have to go. I have to go use the bathroom.
And shit or piss?
I said a piss. Like, when you like ask me like irrelevant questions.
If you're gonna use the stall, you're gonna block a woman from getting in there.
No, I wasn't blocking anybody. How about I eat a chip while I talk?
Yeah, seriously, good radio.
Yeah.
This is Howard Stern.
Garden of Eaton multigrain chips. Free sponsorships. So there's a girl literally standing like right outside the men's room. She's like kind of in the women's line, but she's not. So I had heard that women were going in, and so I said to her, I was like, "Are you going to try and use the men's room?" Dude, she flipped out. She was so offended.
God.
She was like, "That is so obnoxious! How dare you!" Like she was so upset.
Jesus Christ.
And like she was flipping out. Of course, I didn't say anything. I was just like, "Oh my god!" I just like walked in, but like, chill the fuck out. Like, what do you think? Do you think I was being like an asshole? Like, what? Why do you have to be offended by that comment? Clearly, I was not like, "Oh, you look like a man. Maybe you want to use the men's room." It's like, like take it down a notch and like try and see where I'm coming from. Like, women have been using the men's room, so I'm just trying to be polite. Like, maybe there is a line, and like, I don't give a shit if you're using the men's room. It's like whatever. But just she was so offended. She like literally took a step back. She was like, "Oh my god." And then like I came back out, and she just was like yelling at me. I just kept walking. I just was like, I'm not engaging with this. I'm just not going to be. There's no way I can be right here.
Oh my god!
I say, I like apologized, but like she didn't care. But clearly, I was not trying to insult her, and also she didn't need to react that way. She could have just been like, "No, I'm not." But like she flipped out.
All right, got to get her on the podcast to hear her side of the story.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm sure she's gonna be listening.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
He's like, "Oh fuck, I remember that asshole."
Hey, if you are listening, I do apologize.
He said I was a dude. He said I had a Barbara Bush coming out of my chest hair.
Oh god. Oh
god. And that was unnecessarily flipping out.
Yeah, that was
our segment of unnecessary.
Yeah.
What should we call that one?
Unnecessary freakouts.
Unnecessary roughness. Unnecessary. How about you calm down? How about you calm down? That's a good segment.
Calm down. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm in the wrong there. Clearly, I was not insulting this poor woman. She was so like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, did she go? Woo! She's like
Yeah, she turned into
95 years old.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. That's why I thought she was.
Woo!
I thought it was Robin Williams in drag. I was like, come on, I know it's you, Robin. It's you can go use the men's room.
He's not really dead. He's just drag all around New York City.
He's just going around like Mrs. Doubtfire for the rest of his life. He's like he's trying to be discreet. I don't know how discreet that is, but
Oh, yeah.
he's just so silly. It's like we all have to get so fired up about stuff, and nobody takes the time to just be like, let me
What
think.
part of town was that in? What part of town was that in?
Gowanus,
Where?
an area of Brooklyn.
Gowanus?
Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
You heard of the Gowanus Canal?
Is that a new neighborhood that was like just established, just gentrified?
It's like fairly recently gentrified. Gowanus is like the most polluted. Has a canal that goes through there. It's like the most polluted body of water, like in the United States. And you have to like stand in line outside. Like there's a bridge that goes over it, and a line to get into this place that we were in extended across the bridge. So you're just standing on the bridge over the canal waiting to get in. It just fucking stunk. It was like, this smells so bad. It's just this polluted canal, just you're standing over it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, of course. It's right next to Park Slope. That's why it's popular. And Carroll Gardens, yeah.
Yeah. Carroll Gardens become popular too. It's a fun area, but they gotta get their shit together, clean up that damn canal.
All right, that was Take It Down a Notch. That was our segment, Take It Down a Notch. So ridiculous. Speaking of taking it down a notch. O.J. Simpson joined Twitter. You saw this, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch the videos that he posted?
I've already tweeted at him twice. I welcomed him. I welcomed him to Twitter.
Okay, hold on. Let's give a little intro before you get into that. So I'm trying to think how I saw it. Is it like a Barstool notification or something like that? Because Yahoo's all on top of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, breaking news: O.J. Simpson on Twitter. So he gets on Twitter and he posts a video. And dude, I don't know. He must be like high all the time.
Did you see what he did today?
Pills. I don't know if he saw it today, but I'm just saying he must be high on pills because he doesn't give a fuck about what he says or how he looks. He does whatever. Like,
no, you know what it is?
But I guess he got not guilty on the criminal, but guilty on the civil. So I read that they're still after him to pay. But that means, but aside from, I don't know, can he ever be charged again? I mean, that's over, right?
That's double jeopardy. Unless new evidence comes up, or unless I think he admitted to it on Twitter. He was just like,
that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. If he admitted it, he could could he go to prison again or go to trial?
I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that would count as new evidence. But look at what he did today.
Hold on, let me just finish that. But
go for it. But
so he goes on and says the first thing, of course, super controversial. And he says, "I got some getting even to do." It's like, okay, dude, like, okay. First of all, who do you have to get even with? You really got away with murder. You don't have to get even with anybody.
Yeah.
Has everybody been talking shit to you forever?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you can pull up the one who said today. So, and everyone's like, okay, dude, like, chill the fuck out. You shouldn't be saying you have to get even with anybody because you have gone away with anything and everything. All the OJ shows that came out a couple years ago, it made everyone hate him even more.
So, OJ.
Sorry. Yeah. Everyone knows he's guilty. Like, it's not like anybody's, like, pretending that he's not.
You know, the golf course, it's like, dude, have some... I don't know, he doesn't give a fuck. And it's going to be insane because Twitter, we've talked about this before, is they're trying to, like, police, like, free speech and hate speech. And now people are just going to go on his Twitter and his comments and be like, fuck you, you fucking murderer. And it's like, okay, where does it stop? To where you ban people? Especially because he's been found not guilty and guilty on separate occasions. So it's like, where does Twitter cross this line of...
Well, I think we all know.
Twitter just has to ban commenting, I feel like. I'm going off a tangent a little bit, but that's the only thing.
I don't know. I mean, okay, so everyone probably assumes that he's guilty, but he's a psychopath, so he needs the attention.
Yeah, psychopath. Yeah.
And he's probably like, he doesn't feel guilty about the crime, but I think he needs to, like, even if it's indirectly, he needs to talk about it. Like, I think he likes that. Like, he needs an out for it because it has to be about him all the time. You know, like, he doesn't give a shit. I was saying to my friend today, how if he was innocent, he wouldn't have been golfing a week after getting acquitted. He would have been out being like, okay, thankfully my lawyers got me off. Now I got to go find who did this. Or like today, his first post on Twitter would not have been like, I got some getting even to do. It'd be like, hey, like doing this in honor of Nicole. Maybe set up a foundation. Like he's playing into it.
No,
and then okay, so if you want to get into this post today, it may be fake, but like I don't know. It would be very hard to fake this. So he got upset at he's at the real OJ 32, but there was at the real OJ 32 _ a parody account.
So I wonder how much he paid for that.
Yeah, so he DM'd this guy who ran the parody account, and they got into this argument. And this guy says, "Look, if my Twitter
killer OJ Simpson."
So he says, "Look, if my Twitter account with 300 followers bugs you that much, then man, you weak as fuck." To which he responds, "Seen that video just posted about me. You think I'm playing? Tired of all your bullshit. I'll find your ass and cut you. Don't believe me? Just watch and see, bitch." So then this guy responds back and says, "Dude, there are others that literally have more followers than me and more convincing than mine. Laugh my ass off. You gonna cut me? Awesome. Is that what you did to Nicole?" And then OJ said about 15 knife emojis in a row and said, "You next." So, and then the guy he's filming it. So the guy who was getting these messages is filming this
here
interaction.
It is.
And he clicks on the account, and it goes right to OJ's account. So if he faked this, it's a pretty good job. Like I don't know.
It doesn't look like it. Here, I'll share this here.
So it's like he's playing into it. He like knows we all think he's guilty, and he basically is like submitting to it. He's like, "What are you gonna do about it? Like, you can't do anything to me. I'm not gonna actually admit to it. I'm not gonna give you any new evidence, but I'm gonna play into it and mock it." Like, look how 3 days in, he's already sending shit like this, assuming it's real.
Well, I wonder about that O. That's the thing. The real OJ, is it a 0 or an O? It looks like an O.
Hang on, let me look at his real account, actually.
Okay, hold on. I got to see him.
Oh, you might be right about that, actually.
What, does he click on it? He doesn't actually click on the account, though.
No, he does. In the previous
one. Wait. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. At the end.
It's a little suspicious how he clicks on it because it doesn't work like the first couple of times, but then it goes right to his site.
Oh my god. Yeah, it does.
Fuck. So like it's Photoshop that it's a.
Oh shit! I didn't
Photoshop job.
Yeah, I don't know if he photoshopped that. Yeah, it'd be. I feel like you got to go through a lot of effort to do that. All right, here it is. I thought I shared it. Let's see.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's go down to the knives. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
What is that?
Oh my god. It's terrible. The terrible thing about it, dude, is that like then he clicks on it. Yeah.
He just had to add one more. That's the best part. If 20 in a row wasn't enough, he just had to throw in one more.
God. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's like I just feel like for us and for the internet, it's gonna be hilarious. But it's so bad. I mean, just think, dude, in 2019, we're just joking around, like, think it's hilarious about OJ, like, killing someone. He literally killed people, and it was, like, the biggest story. I remember it was huge when we were kids. Yeah. It was, like, insane.
They wheeled a TV in to show us the verdict when we were kids.
It's like everyone jokes about everything now. And it's like we're just fucking around, like, how hilarious this is about OJ, telling this guy's going to kill him. It's like, that shouldn't be funny, but it is.
It's hilarious. I mean, it's a dark humor. It's not funny, but it actually is like just absolutely ridiculous if it's true. Like he hasn't even been on Twitter 72 hours and he's already threatening people with a knife. Like that's the greatest thing. Like he hasn't even been on for 5 days. He hasn't been on for 4 days. He's already threatening people. Even if he's kidding, it's like if you're innocent, if you really were like innocent all along, you don't joke like that. If somebody killed your wife and like slit her throat, you're not like, okay, even 30 years later, let me joke around with a knife. It's like that would be the last thing you would do.
I mean, I see how it could be really easy when you're on Twitter, like in your public figure like that? How many people are DMing him and sending him like "fuck you," calling
No,
him like
wait. So
N-word and stuff like
you
that?
can't DM him. He has to DM you first in order for you to. So he
Why?
chose this guy. You can't. I tried to DM him today. You can't. It's blocked. So you can tweet at him, but in order to speak to him directly, he has to message you first.
Was it? Is that a blue check mark thing?
No, I think I don't know enough about Twitter, but I think that's just how he has it set up.
Um, are we getting a Twitter handle? Do we have a Twitter yet? Because we're gonna have to get into that.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to tweet OJ. I made one just to tweet at him. It's hilarious. I asked him for fantasy football advice today. I said to him,
Oh God.
I said to OJ, I have to get my Twitter back up. I said, "Hey, real OJ, who do you like first round in fantasy this year? Any sleepers?" He didn't respond.
Oh my God, you gotta get that if he responds.
He's not gonna respond. Oh man, he's not gonna respond.
All right, I'm gonna leave you in charge of the Twitter account because you already have one, so you're in charge. We'll get a Twitter account. We'll
Yeah,
post.
I'll make a Twitter one just for.
We'll try to DM some people, maybe do some funny shit. We also got to now that we're gonna promote this, like keep up on our social experiments that we're gonna do. That we said we're gonna do, we haven't done.
Oh, I did not do top of the morning.
Top of the morning, do you?
Oh, I actually did. I tried it out on one homeless guy, just as an experiment. He was like,
practice, be afraid of homeless people.
Yeah, well, I wanted to see how it went, and he just was like, "Yeah, good morning." So it was not good content. He thought I was being
good
nice.
morning. Can you give me some food?
Yeah, I did give him some change actually. I figured if I'm gonna pull this prank on him, here's 25 cents. I would have give him 25 cents and hope I could get him with.
What the fuck is he gonna do with 25 cents?
I don't know. I gave him something with all the change I had.
A little something. All right, tell us how you broke your hand.
Oh yeah, so I didn't break my hand. But I have to wear this stupid sling around for a week. It's the biggest pain in the ass because I'm right-handed and I can't.
Want to be old as hell? Who gets slings like that? Only 90-year-old ladies getting their hands in slings.
I didn't know there was an age limit to.
You're carpal tunnel syndrome. I'm typing too much.
The biggest pain in the ass today at work.
I need a mouse pad with a little hump on it for your wrist.
Somebody offered me that today at work. I was like, "There's no way I'm using that." I literally threw it off today at work. I was like, "This is such." I looked like I was a 3-year-old trying to use a computer. I was pushing the mouse with one finger and trying to use 2 fingers. I can't use my.
How is it restricted again? Let's see explain how it's restricted. So
I just can't use my thumb. So it's so.
Would that
hard.
be hard?
It's so hard.
Yeah, I guess so.
Without your thumb.
Yeah, I can see that.
Clicking and then you can't typing is really hard. It's such a pain in the ass. Halfway through today, I literally just took it off and I was like, I don't care. I can't wear this fucking thing anymore.
Did you tell that to the homeless guy? Be like, oh, dude, I can't use my mouse at work. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. I was like,
here's a quarter.
Here's a quarter. Oh God, my life. I totally get you, man. I'm at work. I can't use my thumb for a week. He's sleeping in a fucking cardboard box. He probably justifiably kill me if I said that.
He probably cut his thumb off because it was frostbite in New York City.
I don't know how they survive winters in New York City. I really don't. It gets so fucking cold out there, and these guys, I have no idea what they. I know they go to the subways and
homeless mole people. It's real.
Fuck, it's crazy.
Dude, I read that book and I flipped out for weeks after I read that book.
How would you get
dude, it was fucking ridiculous.
They're not gonna fucking attack you though.
You never know. Dude, I used to get so drunk and have to take a piss at 4 a.m. and you're taking the subway home and I just walked down the end so no one could see past
public indecency.
Yeah, I take a piss down there and it's so fucking hot and this steam is hitting you. It was disgusting air. And I'm just oh, someone's probably walking down here right after me to go to sleep.
God.
So bad, dude.
Yeah, in the summer, the subways are I'm not even kidding, they're over 100 degrees. Some of those platforms. You come down there and it's obnoxiously hot.
Is it already? It's probably already hot now, right?
I haven't noticed it too much actually this summer. Today was really hot and Sunday was really hot, but the subways were okay. But past summers, oh my God, you go down there and it's fucking terrible. you're like sweating. It doesn't matter like if you have like deodorant on or like shorts. You're just like, and then you literally go from like 100 and up to 110-degree platform to like a 70-degree subway car. It's like that cannot be healthy. You just drop like 30, 40 degrees in like a second.
Yes.
You're just in this like massively air conditioning like tube. It's like your body's probably like, what the fuck? You're like, what place on earth are you that you go from like 110 to 70 in like 2 seconds?
Yeah, I'm sure they're figuring out an eco way to make sure they get that AC in there,
Yeah, I don't think they
Like
are.
I'm sure they're like, thank God we have like coal and fossil fuels to like power the shit out of these fucking old ass subway cars.
Yeah. Switch has been around since like World War II. It's like, oh, hit the Whirlybird central switch to like, it's like, oh God, like no one of these
They're like,
transitions.
they're like, sir, moving cart 3. They're like,
Yeah, yeah. Initiate switch 12.
like Chernobyl. They'll have like this thing in there. The guy's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Turn the switch down.
I need you to record my command. Your command.
Yeah, or on a piece of paper. It's like, get that the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Dude, there was a story in the New York Post, like maybe a year ago, about what they did with people who get hit by trains. They would leave them in the employee like common area. So like people would come back to take like a break if you're like a train operator, and there'd just be like a fucking body, just like
dead people, or like
dead
run
people.
over and killed.
Yeah, but like mutilated people. There'd be like body parts like in the sink, or like the cops would have it like roped off in like the common area because like they didn't know how to transport them right away. They had to wait for a medical examiner, so they would just drag the bodies, not literally drag them, but they would like move the bodies into like some common area. These employees would go get a coffee. There'd just be like a corpse in there.
They have to sign like NDAs to work for the subway because that's got to be. It's probably a government job, right, to work for the subway because it's MTA.
Yeah.
They got to have some type of because like where are these interviews with like subway people that see this shit? They're treated terribly.
Oh,
They're falling
God, yeah.
asleep in the trains. When they're driving and stuff. I mean, horrible conditions.
And like
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
yeah. New York Post on August 14th, 2017. Cops accused of storing dead bodies in MTA employee break rooms. Leaking corpses of people killed by trains are often brought to employee lunchrooms and other break areas inside stations.
Yeah.
If a lunchroom is the nearest, they'll put the body in the lunchroom. LaShawn Jones, 52, has been working as a station agent for 18 years, was coming into work and made a quick stop in the employee bathroom, and they were handling a body inside.
Oh my God.
Jones returned to the bathroom on her lunch break, and though the body was gone, she saw hair and scalp and basically body stink.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, police are forced to store bodies in utility rooms and other subway rooms while waiting for medical examiner's office staff to arrive. Like,
Terrible.
What the fuck? Can you imagine, too? Like, credit to those MTA employees, as much as I hate the MTA. Can you imagine if you or I walked into our office and anybody that we worked with saw, like, a mutilated corpse in the bathroom? Some girl that I work with flipped out, called the maintenance staff because she saw 2 cockroaches on the floor of the bathroom. Now imagine if she saw like a mutilated body with like scalp and hair. She would flip out. Like it's so.
Oh my God, yeah.
We're so coddled though that like, and these MTA employees just go about their day. Like clearly they're upset about it, but they're not like the shit they have to deal with.
Terrible.
It's so bad that they have to deal with that.
No, it's so bad.
But that's how the subway is because it's like as cheap as possible. Subways run at like 40, 50% on time. It's so
I love
bad.
it, dude. I fucking love. That's why, like, New York has its pros, but the subway is like literally the worst because that's your commute, and it's like, I'll shit on you. I'm gonna shit on you forever as long as you live in New York City if you're fucking taking the subway because it's literally the worst thing. The subway is the worst thing.
We were talking about this, like a coworker and I, but he's like, yeah, I've probably ridden the subway like 5,000 times. I'm like, no fucking way. Then you think about it. I've been here 5 years. I take it twice a day for work. If you think about you're taking it almost every day. Yeah, I probably ridden the subway like
all right,
3,000,
here we go.
4,000 times. God, I burped.
Ew. All right, let's see. 365 times 2 times 5 years.
5.
Yeah. 3,600 times.
Yeah, and that doesn't include like weekends where you're. I mean, that does include weekends, but there's times where I've ridden it
Yeah, you're at multiple
more
times.
than multiple times, more than 2 times, almost 4,000 times. Think about that. What have you done 4,000 times in your life? Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing in the car. I drive a car, I commute. I spend so many hours in the car. It's like you got to, you're just sitting driving.
Yeah, I feel like a car is different though, because it's like your own personal space. It's not like a
Car is
pain.
much
Like
different.
traffic sucks. Like I get that, but
No, dude, it's so much better. Traffic does suck, but like you just have your personal space. You can be comfortable when you need to.
you can listen to music. I mean, there are advantages to the subway. You get there quicker. You never have to deal with traffic. Like I can get to work in 10
Yeah.
minutes. If I were going to drive to work from here, it would take me like 45 minutes.
Yeah, no one in New York City has a car.
No. And it's so funny that people don't get that either. People are like, how does nobody drive in New York City? I was talking to somebody the other day who was like, yeah, I don't even have my license. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Are you fucking serious? Like, you don't even have your license? Like, what are you doing? Like, how would you like at least get
I mean,
your
just like
license?
fly a plane. Like, I mean, get on a plane. Like, take a flight somewhere. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do without a license?
I have
I
no
guess you could
idea.
have like an ID. That's super random. Why would you go through the effort of getting an ID?
I knew a girl in college who hadn't even taken her driver's license or driver's test yet.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You just
She
get
was on the women's
your.
team. She was like, I haven't taken them out. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, tell us about how that fucking thing on your hand.
So I was at,
Hiking.
no, I was bouldering, like indoor rock climbing gym, and so they have like these walls that are maybe like 10, 15 feet high, and you don't need a rope for them because they just have a pad underneath. So if you fall, you just fall on the pad, and if you get to the top, you can like climb down, or you can just like let go. And they're like, if you let go from the top, just like land on your feet, or like land on your ass and like kind
Pretty
of fall
far.
back.
15 feet high, land on your feet.
Yeah, so I got to the top and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like let go and like not like fall, but like I'll it's a pad below me, so I'm like I'll be all right. So I just like let go. I like landed fine on my feet, but you just have this like natural, you just have this tendency to put your hands at your side. So I like landed on my feet and my hands were like just like dangling at my side, and since you fall from 15 feet, it just like my hands like smacked into the mat, and I was like fuck, and I like held my thumb and I like ran off. And then I was like, oh my
You
god,
just run away like a child.
oh my god, it like hurt so bad. And I was like, oh fuck, I don't know why I ran either. I did. I don't know why I ran. I like grabbed it and I just like ran off the mat. And everyone's like, oh my god, are you okay? I'm like, I was fine. And I kept like climbing and I kept going. And but it was like bothering me for a week. So like yesterday, I was like, let me just go get it looked at. And it's not broken. It's like a thumb sprain, which is such a pussy thing to have, but it's not.
I can just imagine you hitting the canvas and then running off.
It was probably hilarious. Yeah, because the funny thing is too that like everybody down climbs. Like most people don't jump from there, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna jump from up here, and like I'm not gonna down climb like a pussy. And then you just like hit the ground. You're like, oh my thumb, and you like fall off. Like not one person after that, I don't think jumped from there. It doesn't seem that high when you're up there. You're like, it's a pad. It's a huge thick pad underneath. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Mhm.
Clearly, you like sprain your thumb. And of course,
Yeah.
I expected like the staff to like run over and be like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" They didn't give a fuck. They were just like, "Yeah, you sign your life away." Like,
Yeah.
shit. Like, I hope you're okay. But they didn't say anything. But like, they didn't bat an eye. They didn't even like give a
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
But it's such a pain to have to wear this thing.
Yeah, dude, I can't imagine. I never had to have had to do that. I feel like one day we're all gonna have to because we use computers so much. Like when we're like 70 years old, and you'd be like, yeah, you used a mouse for like 30 years of your life. It's not
Yeah.
good to do that.
Or just stared at a computer screen for like 6 to 9 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bad.
Nice.
We're just gonna be like,
Think about like 69ing all the time. So use 69. Let's use like different numbers, like 8 to 5.
congrats on the sex.
All right. Oh, it's so funny. Let's do some finish it up with some sports. We'll try to blow through some of the stuff quick.
Okay.
I don't know. PGA. I don't really want to talk about that much. I mean, there's nothing that exciting from it.
Yeah. I mean, you watched a lot more than I did, so
Yeah, it was all right. I mean,
Only
there's nothing
comment
funny.
section.
I don't think there's anything funny from it. I think the probably the most interesting thing was that everyone flipped out about the course being hard on the PGA or U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Um, People were hitting it into the rough all the time in the fescue, but everyone had amazing shots, like to get out of the bunkers, out of the tall grass. Everyone was still like amazing. It like didn't have any effect. Like at least like from how I felt, like just watching like Kepka trying to keep up. Like he hit it in the rough or like off the fairway like every single time, and he still kept within like one shot. You know,
There
like
was there were some weird things though on the course. I only watched like maybe the last
kind of
round.
like sprinkler heads, like right in the middle of like the fairways. It's like,
No, on 18 there was the giving tree or something was like growing out of the
oh, yeah,
fairway. It's
yeah.
so ridiculous. Like what the there's like it's just a random tree. It just seems like an unnecessary obstacle. Like why
Oh
put
no,
it?
yeah, yeah. The funniest thing was they would have these, crazy drone shots because they're on the beach there, Pebble Beach. So it's like people are
Yeah.
walking their dogs and like swimming and surfing.
Hmm.
And this one guy's in a suit down there with this giant sign. It's like full, 6 foot tall sign, and it's like JohnLennonTruth.com. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is this guy doing? And it's right in the shot. You can see it so easily because it's right
He's
where
a
the
smart
guys are
guy.
teeing off. So the camera's sitting there for
Oh,
30 seconds. And he's just like holding the sign like this. So I'm like, okay, what does this guy do? It's like go to the website, and it's about how Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, and oh shit, who was the third person? Were involved in the killing of John Lennon.
oh, that old chestnut, that old theory that everyone knows.
Like,
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's so irrelevant too. Why the fuck is he reporting that now?
yeah, like what is this guy? Oh yeah, Lennon Murder Truth. Oh, it's a book. The guy's trying to push his book. It looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna buy that. God, it's so fucking hot in here right now.
Don't let me down, down, down. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, okay, who the fuck cares about John Lennon?
Golf fans are just ridiculous. Like I don't
He
get.
wasn't. I don't think he was a golf fan. He's just like a crazy dude who lives up in like Northern California. It's where Pebble Beach is, right?
I thought it was in Southern California.
Um,
I thought it was like near you.
Monterey. No, Monterey's way up north. That's where Big Little Lies is supposed to take place.
Oh shit! How about you lie all the time?
HBO.
I don't get like why do
Yeah.
golf fans have to yell random shit like every time somebody tees off they're like bacon and eggs. They
Yeah.
just scream it like
In the
what?
hole!
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like
I
golf
think it's
fans are
just a
so
thing.
funny.
I think it's just a thing to do.
Like I don't
It's like way
dislike it, but I
people
just don't get it.
Yeah, that's dumb. Anyways, that was what I took away from that. It's nothing that good. It was a good Father's Day thing. I got to watch a lot of it. And then I don't know, Women's World Cup. I didn't watch any of that.
So
I'll
just
try.
to, like,
I'd like to watch it, but it's on like super random. I saw it's on like 2 o'clock on like Tuesday. It's like, I mean, I think my time. I'll try to. I could watch it, on like an iPad on the side, but it's like,
yeah, they're playing Thursday.
yeah, it's so hard to
noon.
watch that shit.
The funny thing is that everybody was saying they ran up the score against Thailand because it was 13-0.
Yeah,
And so the argument was that
the
they didn't
spread,
run up
right?
what?
Because you get point differential.
Point differential, yeah. But I mean, like, not even that. Like, some of the players were saying, and some of the analysts were saying that, like, first of all, Canada was like, "Oh, America's so classless, running up the score." When the Canadian hockey team beat Belarus like 18-0 in the last international tournament. So like, don't talk to us about running up the score. But so the people like defending the U.S. were like, it's more disrespectful if we come out and we don't try. If we if we half-ass it, we score like 2 goals, we joke around, we don't celebrate. They were saying like we want to give Thailand like our A game, and we know we'll kill them, but like that's what they want. They want to like it's like a litmus test. How good are we against the best team in the world? So that makes sense. Like I agree with that. Then they play Chile. And they like rest like all their top, like some of their top players. It's so funny. They didn't even like. So they were like, yeah. You got to try against these bad teams. Like give them 100% effort. They play Chile, and it's like Alex Morgan's not playing, who had like 5 goals in the first game. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's like clearly like they're just defending. They were just so much better.
It's so ridiculous that fans like pick and choose their arguments. Like you said, Canada, they ran up the score and the goals in the hockey match, but in a soccer match, it's like, oh, you can't do that. It's classless. And then that's like whatever. I remember specifically dealing with that in the Patriots in 07 when they had the undefeated season, and they were just blowing everybody out because they had the best offense of all time, or at least at the time it was. And it's like everyone was like, oh, they're so ridiculous, just running up the score, and it's like, yeah, fuck off. Like sports is like competition. When is this thing where it's like, okay, like I'll give you a break, like high school, whatever, kids, like yeah, no problem. But like once you get to the pros, dude, and like world championships, like fucking eat a dick, you know? It's fucking
Yeah, this
ridiculous.
is this is the World Cup. It's once every 4 years. These girls
Yeah, you
have
should
worked
fucking
like
kick the shit out of them.
yeah. You're telling me these girls can't get their first World Cup goal like some of the younger players because like oh well we're already up 10-0. Like all right, if you don't want the U.S. to score, then stop them. Like if you're Thailand or if you're Chile, your whole goal was to get onto the stage. Like you
Like I
want
can
to be on the
see,
stage. That's what comes with
yeah.
being on the stage. So like yeah, 13-0. It sucks to be on the other end of that, but like this is what you asked for. Like you qualified to be in the World Cup, and sorry, like stop
Like
them if you don't
I
want to
can
score.
see like okay, you're not putting like all the forwards in, like you're not subbing and being like okay, we're intentionally running like specific plays or sets to like create a shit ton of offense. But if it's like that's naturally how it's going, like you're just beating everybody. You know, you're beating who did they beat? That what was that score that they won by? Who did they play
13
against?
nothing.
Yeah,
Thailand.
Thailand. It's like if that's just how the U.S. is doing, and they're not intentionally like I said, pushing all the forwards forward, like pulling the goalie. You know, I mean that's if you're doing shit like that, it's one thing. But if you're just playing, kicking the shit out of them, then yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, and then against Chile,
Chile,
Chilean goaltender was like unbelievable.
Chile.
Like the score was like 3-0, but like it should have been way more. Like that, she made so many saves, and it's like okay, so Thailand's goalie clearly sucked. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the U.S. may play some of their scrubs against Chile, but like their goalie like went all out. Even when it was like 3-0, she was like, "No, I'm not letting you guys score anymore." She was making like some unbelievable saves. Like that game could have easily been like 7-0.
yeah.
So it's just I don't know why people have to get flip out about this. Like, sorry, like that's just how it goes. Like, if you don't want them to score, then stop them. And it's also exciting. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want to watch like a 0-0 draw, like
yeah,
or like a 1-0. A 1-0 game's exciting when the goal comes like late, but like
yeah,
for the men's World Cup, God, it was so boring. They all play to like results. So it's like, oh, we don't need a win. Let's just dick around for 90 minutes and just get a draw. It's
yeah.
like
And that's the thing. That's the difference.
yeah, so the U.S. team could qualify. They've already moved on to the next round, but they could win the group with the win on Thursday. So Thursday they're playing Sweden. Both teams are moving on, but it's for who gets first place in the group. So the U.S. can win the group with a draw. You know they're not going to just play for a draw. They're going to go all out and try and like win that game by
Yeah,
as big as possible. It's
yeah.
I don't know. It's more exciting to me. Like I'm not a big soccer fan. I only really watch like the men's and women's World Cup. It's exciting. That 13-0 game was hilarious. Like just goals left and right. It was like this isn't even
Yeah,
like I've never seen a soccer game like that before.
yeah. And I watched the highlights of that. Um, all right, and then last but not least, we'll wrap it up with Anthony Davis was traded from the New Orleans Pelicans to the Los Angeles Lakers in a huge trade. Huge trade. He, I feel like I haven't watched him enough. People rate him as like a top three player,
Hmm.
which I feel like you forget. It's so easy to say that after you just watch these playoffs and you watch like Curry, Kawhi, KD. It's like okay, there's a top three right there. Davis could be 4, 5, 6. Who knows? But he hasn't played. He like half-assed it. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about him as a player. Like the whole situation he did with New Orleans, I think was ridiculous. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, having all these trades as a Sixers fan, are you happy with the trades that were made? Because this is like the biggest one. Like Kawhi, like we know the results of the Kawhi. AD was probably the biggest prized trade chip or trade asset, I
Peace.
guess, who
Yeah,
was out
yeah.
there. So now it's all done. All the trades are done. There's no big trades now. So the
Well,
free agency will happen, but it's not a big deal. But out of all the trades, are you happy with getting Harris and Butler?
I think it's worse for Boston fans because you guys were tied to like all these players, and now it's like, what's the backup plan? So from like how like when we got Butler's gone by the way for the Sixers. Like he opted for free agency. He's not coming back. Did you see? Didn't know that? Butler's gone. He opted
Oh
for
my
free
god, I
agency. He
fucking
was
love
out.
it, dude.
Yeah, he's
I
gone.
fucking love it. I fucking love that
He's
he's
probably gonna go
leaving.
to the
I
Lakers.
hope he does.
Oh, I don't. It's at this point, it's just ridiculous. Like I don't want the guy back if he doesn't want to be here. And he loved Philly so much. It was so funny this the way he
I
talked.
love it,
He just
dude.
needed his
Sixers
time.
fans, I fucking love it, dude. You guys are like, oh, we have like the best team ever. Like this is so good. Like Simmons, Embiid, Butler, Harris, like everything. They're all gonna come back. JJ's gonna come back, And yeah, Jimmy Butler's gonna be like, fuck off. I'm gonna go pay as much money as I can.
I don't think we expected him to come back though. I mean, I think I said all playoff, like they're gonna be fucked if he does leave, and I think like he might.
Dude. No, I'm gonna find that Philly fans will talk a lot of shit like they have the best team and it's all set up, but you traded away literally everything that you have, and that's the problem. If that happens, we still don't know, so we can't make a final decision on that.
What do you mean we traded away everything we had?
What are your assets now for Harris and Butler? What assets does Philly have?
What do you mean? We just have to sign them. It's just money.
That's what I'm saying. If he walks and Harris walks, where's your team?
No, but that's it. That's what I'm saying. It's worse for Boston though, because they were tied to AD. They were tied. They were going to lose Kyrie. Hayward's not the same. Like Kawhi, it's like everyone was saying how Ainge like fucked over the Sixers. He got. I don't know. I think when you look at that, he did. That trade over the Sixers. That trade was good. Getting Tatum for full,
which we still have that Grizzlies
and the pick. But when you look back now, it's like they're going to lose Kyrie. Great, they have Brown. Kyrie's
not. The thing about Kyrie is he played. I mean, it was unexpected, right? He was supposed to be a cornerstone, right? He was supposed to be re-signed, whether it was an off-season or an extension, and he turned out to be a head case, dude. He turned out to be a baby back.
That's the thing.
You know,
Ainge didn't get anybody, so he
But he
won
still
that
has
trade.
He still has the assets though. That's the thing. And AD
he's not
also
getting AD. He's not getting
no, but AD wasn't going to commit either, dude. I don't think they should have traded for him anyways. Okay, you're going to trade your entire team like the Lakers did, and then he's going to walk. So you would rather do that for 1 year?
No, I would have tried to get him now in the offseason and then sign him to an extension. I wouldn't have done it mid-season.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so he has said publicly that he's not signing with Boston, even if he gets traded. He said he'll play for 1 year and he's going to walk.
But look what Toronto did with Kawhi. I'm coming there. I'm signing for 1 year. They win a championship. So if AD comes to Boston and with Brown and with Tatum and they win a title, it's worth it. You just wanted the NBA championship.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth a title to mortgage your entire team. I still don't think it's worth one title because the guy's going to leave. You're not going to like him as a player. There's going to be so much drama, dude. The entire year, the media is going to be like, "What are you going to do?" Every press conference, they're going to be like, "Where are you going to sign? You feel better." And the Kawhi thing with Toronto was already a good playoff team. Like they needed to do something. That team was stale with like DeRozan and Lowry. It was like, okay, what is Toronto going to do? Boston, they're all young guys. They have Tatum and Brown and Smart, which they're not top 10 players, but they're good players and they're still 21 and 22. And then you throw in Horford's pretty good and Hayward, he's not the same. You hope he had another devastating injury that you didn't plan for, but you hope he has a full year playing. He comes back and there's still like hope. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're not like Toronto where you're like, okay, we've been eliminated by LeBron like 3 years in a row. We have to do something because we just can't do it like this. Like I feel like now Boston could be in that situation if they get eliminated in the second round again next year with the same team. Like I could see that. It's like, okay, you brought this team back again. Now what are you going to? Now you have to do something. But I don't think you give it all away for 1 year of AD and he's an asshole and leaves. And then who's your team after that? That's like the Lakers, dude. I mean,
or it's like what Philly's going through now because with Butler and Harris, I know you're like Philly. That was like a great lineup. That was one of the best lineups in the league. And now you had to resign them. You had to either win a title last year or you had to resign them because now you lost. I don't know what Harris' situation is, but you just lost Butler. I don't think he's coming back.
And I agree with you, but I think that's a better because Butler nor Harris were both like, okay, I'm not going to sign in Philly. They said, or at least Butler said he's going to be a free agent, or like he wants to test. So you kind of knew that, but you also weren't giving up as much. Like you're not giving up 3 first-round picks, dude, plus 3 players. What did you give up for him, anyways? I don't even know. That's the thing. You don't even know.
For Butler?
Yeah.
Covington, Saric, and yeah, I mean it wasn't much.
I mean Covington's like a good player. He's probably a good like 6th or 7th guy, and Saric
was pretty solid.
He's probably he's probably a starter.
Yeah.
But if you compare Saric to like Lonzo, Ingram, and they got 2 players. Who was the other guy?
Ball.
No, it's some. Huh?
Ball.
That's what I said. I said Lonzo, Ingram. I guess Saric is probably on the level of like an Ingram. Like he's like pretty good. You don't really know what he's going to be. Is he going to be dominant? But then you also threw 3 first-round picks unprotected, plus the 4th pick.
Yeah, I like
Philly
the deal
didn't
better
have
for
that.
New Orleans. I think New Orleans is going to be
Yeah,
stacked. 3
yeah,
first-round picks. They have the 4th round, first and 4 this upcoming draft, and they want to trade the 4th, so they're going to get a huge haul for that.
yeah.
I think New
No,
Orleans.
I think they should get a player. Yeah, and they're going to get. Sorry, we've been going way off the rails with all over here, but let's go back to Philly.
Mm,
So that's the thing is Philly's in the position that Boston could be in. If Harris and well, not really though, because you still have Embiid and Simmons. That's the thing.
who
Even
are
if they
arguably better than
left,
anybody on Boston.
even if they left, even if they left, um, you still have those 2 guys. See, now Boston's trading Brown, Smart, and Tatum to get AD. So you literally have nobody. You're gonna have Hayward and Horford. That's pretty much it. You're gonna be your team
Yeah,
if you trade everybody for AD.
but now you probably would keep Tatum too. You have to keep Tatum. You
I
would have
don't know.
kept Tatum, and you would have had. But now you have guys who want to come and play in Boston. That's the thing. It makes it a
Yeah,
destination. So if you have AD, it's like, all right, now
they're
we already
not
talked
signing
about.
anybody, dude. Because they would have signed Kyrie. It would have been Kyrie, Horford, Hayward, AD. That's it. It would have been those 4
Well,
guys.
I hate
Which
to
yeah, that
say
gets
it,
you a
but like,
year. But dude, the way Kyrie was this year, dude, it was so bad. Like it was not fun. Like I told you, it was just not fun. Like it was not a fun season to watch. There's always drama. It was like so much drama behind it. He was like, okay, so sick of this team, sick of this like season, you know?
I'm not saying that Kyrie was like Kyrie needed to go. I'm not saying Kyrie wasn't a problem, but everyone like loves Ainge, and it's like, all right, what are you gonna do now? It's like
He
you
has
didn't get
acquired a lot of
AD, you didn't get
yeah,
Kawhi, you didn't get any of these premier players, and it's
yeah,
the same thing that the same problem that Philly has, and Toronto is gonna have if Kawhi leaves. They're just gonna be like middle of the pack teams that are like good enough to make the playoffs. Like Toronto in a couple years, if they lose Kawhi, it's gonna be like, hey, remember when we won the title? Wasn't that great? And now we're like a 4-5 seed every year. It's like it's just not going to be good enough. None of those 3 teams are good enough right now. I mean,
yeah,
Embiid is great, but Simmons can't shoot. If Simmons could shoot, then you're like, all right, well maybe now we have like 2
yeah. You have 2
stars.
really good players, yeah.
But like
No,
you're
I
not.
hear you. I hear you. I think Boston, they did, yeah, they failed with all those, but they still have the assets. That's the thing. Like they still have. I don't know what they're gonna do. They have 3 first-round picks this year, which is ridiculous. But they're so low. But they still have like an unprotected, I think, like Memphis pick in like a year or 2, which could be huge. So they still have assets. That's the thing, and I'm okay. That's the thing. You have all those high picks, okay, and they're pretty good. So let's see. 3rd year, Tatum's going to his 3rd year. Brown's going to his 4th year, I think. Like see how it goes. And you'd rather, that's a team that you would like, even if they make it to like the 3rd seed or the 4th seed. Everyone's going to like love the team, because the young players. It always happens.
Yeah, but I'm seeing it now with the Sixers, where you're like, this guy's going to develop into a superstar. And now you're seeing it with Simmons, where you're like, if this
Yeah,
guy doesn't develop into a superstar, Embiid is already a certified superstar. But if Simmons doesn't, if he's just an all-star, he
yeah.
never develops a shot, then it's like, okay, we need to like figure out a new plan. I don't think you can just wait for Tatum to develop. I think you need to be
You
preemptive
have to,
and
dude. You
like
have to. I
I
think
think you
this
got
is
to.
this is the year.
Why would you
This is
not
the
go after
year.
Kawhi? Like if you're the Sixers, I know it sounds crazy. I would offer Kawhi whatever he wants. Kawhi, Simmons, Embiid.
Oh
Why
yeah.
would
Well, no, he's a free agent though, so you got to sign him.
right? So I'm saying I'll offer him whatever he wants. Like name the contract. Like why would you not?
Oh yeah,
Two-time
no,
Finals
I
MVP
agree.
coming
I
off of
agree. No, I would do the same. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
like you have to go after him.
Yeah.
I mean he's gonna go to the Lakers or maybe he'll sign in Toronto.
No
But
way, dude. There's no way he's gonna go to the Lakers.
I
They
don't
don't
know.
have the Lakers don't have the money. That's the thing. They can only sign someone for like 24 million, which is a lot. But the premier players like Kyrie and stuff, they're getting over 30, 35. So in
Kawhi's an
LA
odd
still
dude
has to
though.
build their bench.
Well, Kawhi
That's the
might go to the
problem.
Clippers. That's the thing. He
That's
wants to go to
that.
LA.
Yeah, he'll go to that LA team. I don't know.
It's
Yeah, and I
just
fuck the Lakers, dude. It's good. AD can go there and be a bitch, and everyone can hate on him. Boo him. It's great. It's perfect. It's a perfect destination.
yeah. I was
They
reading
can
an
sign him to a
article.
huge deal. If the Lakers don't win the championship like this year or next year, they're fucked. They're so fucked. LeBron's gonna be like 38 next year or in
No,
two
no, no, no,
years.
no. He's like 33.
No, dude.
Yeah, LeBron's 33 right now.
He's 34.
Okay, yeah.
So he'll be 35 in this season.
Okay,
So
decent
next year
enough
he'll be
there, yeah.
36. Which, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
that old, but he's not LeBron anymore. I mean,
But who's going to challenge them? I think he's going to have a big bounce back year because he had all playoffs off.
yeah, because
Like
he's being
he finally
yeah,
got
I
a nice
agree.
break.
He will be back, but he was being a bitch last year too because he didn't have his
Of
team.
course, of course. He like basically took all year off. It was just like a recruitment year. But there's
Yeah.
no Warriors anymore. Clay
I
and
know it is.
KD
It is the
gone.
Lakers' year.
It's
Yeah, there's no
wide
more
open for the Lakers to look with the
Houston
Jazz.
fucked up. Jazz, yeah. Denver, yeah. No, it'll be a good season. But yeah, I think I'd rather be the Pelicans.
Oh, I'd much rather be the Pelicans. It's a huge haul. Can you imagine like the type of players they can get? They have like more assets than they know what to do with. You have 3 first-round picks.
And they get the pick swaps too, so they can like if the Lakers pick is better, they can just be like, yeah, I want to take that one instead.
Yeah. And I'm curious what they do with 4. You have 1 and 4. So obviously you have Zion.
I think you have to trade it for like not a premier player, but someone that you think fits.
I wonder if you're the Knicks. Well, the Knicks don't even have anybody. But like, we didn't get 1, so let's get 3 and 4.
I heard some other podcasts talking about a bunch of guys. I'm not going to go into detail on that. It's way too detailed, but that's what I agree with that. I think that's what they should do is go for a player because you already have Zion, who's going to be number 1. I mean, number 4 is super young, and you got 2 young guys. I guess maybe you go the young crew, but who knows? I don't know. I think you get like a good 5th guy or 6th guy, with that 4th pick because that's the thing is you're not trading the number 1. Like, who are you getting for 4? Who's out there that's like this is a great trade for everybody,
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
really
don't
make
know.
sense.
It's a bad team that like wants an additional pick, but has like a premier player that they're willing to part with.
That's the thing. It's so rare.
But I don't know
Yeah.
what that team is. But
Yeah, exactly.
I even just look to hockey and I'm like, it's just there's so much more loyalty in hockey. You look at the St. Louis Blues. Guys have been on that team. Like there was their 3rd stint with the Blues. They just kept coming back. Or like Alex Steen and Petrant. Guys have been there forever. And like the Blues were always kind of a playoff team. I know they had some down years, but they just stuck with it and they win a cup. Look at Ovechkin in Washington. If Ovechkin was playing for like the Washington Wizards, he was a basketball player, he would have left like 10 years ago. It's like nobody in basketball does like the Stockton and Malone anymore, or like
No.
the Dwayne Wade, where they just stay around and wait for a championship. Like it was kind of nice to see like the Capitals and Blues win because players who had stayed with their teams got rewarded. It's like like even Boston, those players that they go back to that cup, they've been to 3 cup finals now. It's like they just stick with it. Yeah. They make it work. They're not like Jimmy Butler being like, we got knocked out in the 2nd round. I'm out for more money. It's just it's so annoying in basketball like that.
Well, they make so much money. I think that's a difference. I agree with you, but at the same time, if you're going to make, you could make 20 if you stay, with Philly. I'm just throwing out numbers with Philly, or you can make 35 to go play for like the Jazz. Like you're going to go play with the Jazz, I hate to say, but it's
I mean, obviously you're going to take
so much. I think that's the thing. It's so much money now. If you're making a few million, like back in the day, you're like, okay, you're like I'm doing well. None of these guys are like. I mean, that's insane money,
Yeah, but at a certain point, it's like, I don't know. Yeah. Don't you want to win a championship? I'd much rather win a championship.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I could say I'd rather win a championship for $15 million less a year. So
yeah,
it's tough, but I don't know. There's
all right, here we go. All right, let's wrap it up. I think that's good. Yeah, we went long. It's our longest one now. We're getting longer and longer. So, I don't know. Tell us what you think. We both kind of like the long format, but we had a lot of topics this time.
Well, we're going to make sure to put time codes in the description so you can jump to certain points.
It is in there.
No, I'm saying we'll make sure to continue to do that.
Oh, yeah. How about you like shit on like my task?
Yeah,
like, time codes aren't there.
Yeah, we give him one job to do. He's like, go to 3 hours when we talk about dicks.
Yeah. And then we're going to promote this. So hopefully it gets out. We'll get some more traction. We'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, and hopefully some exciting sponsorship news in our next
podcast.
All right. We might have some giveaways.
All right. Here we go. Later, Phil.
See you later.